Spain has always been one of the European heartlands of golf, with so many wonderful golfers and renowned golf courses. The legends enjoy coming to Spain, especially when it's at one of the best-known resorts on offer, La Manga. Hello and welcome to the Farmfoods European Senior Masters here at the La Manga Club in the Murcia region of Spain. Pretty nice here, isn't it, Rachel?
Stunning. I've got great memories. I got my LET card back here in 2019. It's hosted DP World Q schools, and we can't not mention late Sergio, who was the touring professional here at La Manga.
Last week we saw James Kingston with a fabulous final round 61 coming through to win in Italy. An incredible season so far. What are your standout memories of the season?
First off, I just want to say how impressed I am with the strength and depth on the Legends Tour. Bradley Dredge's maiden win. Adelson de Silva had 3 victories this year, but the man of the moment for me was Peter Baker. He still works in the pro shop when he's not on tour. His wife Helen's out here, and what he's done is just remarkable. Absolutely,
certainly is. First win in Ireland, then he won the JCB Championship, went on to win the Stayshore PGA Seniors Championship. He leads in the standings of the MCB Road to Mauritius as well. He's got an eye on that prize. As if all of that wasn't already enough, he's our tournament host here this week, and I caught up with him at the start of the week. Peter, how much are you enjoying your week as the host with the most here?
Yes, very much so. I mean, it's nice to come back to La Manga. We obviously came here last year. It's a really great place, great resort, and the course is looking well, so we're looking forward to a good week.
How has this season been? From the outside, it looks unbelievable. Does it feel that?
Yeah, it's quite amazing. Obviously, sort of didn't think it was going to go as well as it has done. Obviously, hopefully I was going to win. That was my aim, really, try and win an event. And I got a bit of confidence from that back in Ireland, and it's sort of gone on from there, and had a really, really good run. So yeah, just trying to keep it going.
How special is life on the Legends Tour?
Yeah, family, of course. Really, we've had 30 years with these guys all over the world. So I think you've got those ties together, and I think it means a lot to all of us. Is it intense? Probably not as quite intense, but when it comes to the back nine on a Sunday, it is very much so, yeah. So it takes you sort of back to where you were when you were a youngster and competing.
It'd be special, wouldn't it, to have a good week here? A place that has good memories, good links for you.
I think it was 1981, there's 12 of us that won a competition that came out here, and we were fortunate to meet Sevi, and Sevi gives us a clinic for an hour, and it was absolutely fantastic, and that's the picture we've got. Yeah, when I was 14, brilliant, sort of inspired me to play and practice a lot harder than I had been.
You've hardly aged since then, have you?
No, not much difference, is there?
Peter actually has a long history here at La Manga, having first competed here as a 14-year-old. So he knows the layout, and Rachel's been out on the golf course with him to find out just how well he knows this golf course.
We thought no one better than to find out about the course strategy that you're going to face this week.
Yes, I think the par fives here this week are all reachable. So obviously you're looking to make a good score on the par fives, and par threes again, some long par threes. So I think that if you sort of get the threes on the threes, so to speak, and nail the par fives, hopefully you're going to have a good week.
Now, Bermuda grass, tricky around the greens and off the fairways. How does that affect how you're playing?
Yes, I mean, you can get some really nasty lies around the greens with the grass growing into you, and it either sits down or sits on top. So depending on how that comes out, I think you've got to be quite aggressive with it, and fingers crossed you get more good lies than bad lies.
And there's 3 events left on the Legends Tour. How does that affect your strategy going into this week?
Yeah, just play hard, really. I play to win. Try and give myself a chance the last day. If I got a chance to win last day, I'll be delighted. And just keep going. There's a lot of good players behind me, and even though I sit at the top there's still lots of points to play for.
Well, good luck and play well.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
The Manga's been hosting high-level events for 50 years. The club's director of golf is Pedro Sanchez Bautista.
It's such a great atmosphere while we are living here on the golf facilities. It's great to welcome them back, to this place. I really think they're going to enjoy the course. We were working really hard on the South Coast this week. The whole staff is is really proud, you know, to have these big names, these professionals playing here.
So there you go, that's the golf course. Later on in the show, we're going to hear from a couple of our Swedish contingent. Last year's runner-up Michael Johnson alongside his good friend Patrik Sjöland. And Rachel, to further the Swedish feel?
Well, I caught up with Jochen Hegman, and he's the master of green reading, and he has a very special routine, so I was fascinated to learn about that.
Great stuff. Let's get you out onto the golf course first of all, though, for some of the early round highlights, and join up with our commentary team, Paul Eales and Kit Alexander.
Thanks, James. Clear blue skies, but a decent breeze at Manga for the opening round. MCB Road to Mauritius leader Peter Baker recovered from a bogey start and had this putt to turn in 2 under. No joy though, and 3 bogeys on the back 9 gave him a frustrating 75.
Patrik Sjöland fired 6 birdies, including this one at 13, in a bogey-free 67 to leave the Swede at 6 under after the first round.
2-time PGA Tour winner Jose Caceres led after the opening day. This well-judged pitch at the par 5 6th set up one of his 8 birdies, and he signed for a 65.
On to the second round. Philip Archer kicked on from his 72 the day before. He had this at 18 for a 68, but had to settle for a bogey-free 69 and a total of 5 under.
Great to see the man alongside me, Paul Eales, playing well, and he made this tricky bunker shot at the 12th look much easier than it was.
Happy with that one.
He had 6 birdies and 4 bogeys in a roller coaster round that took him to -6.
Patrik Sjöland started on the 10th and made his second hole-in-one of the season at the 12th. He continued to make light work of the par 3s, and this tee shot at 17 set up a birdie 2.
He parred the next couple of holes and kept his card clean by getting up and down after his tee shot came up short of the green here at 2.
Sjöland made his first bogey of the week at the 8th, but got it straight back at the 9th, his final hole of the day, with this beautiful putt for a 3 under par 70 to lead after 2 rounds.
The course suits my game, so it's as I said, tomorrow is a new day. A lot of guys will chase me, so I'm just gonna go out and try to play my game as good as I can, and we'll see how far it goes.
At 9 under par, Sjöland has a 3-shot gap to Paul Eales heading into the final round. Jose Caceres slipped to a 79 in round 2 to drop off the leaderboard. The South course at Manga was ready for the final 18 holes, and so were the players. Michael Long made the ideal start with this fine approach at the first, setting up a birdie. Unfortunately, he would bogey the next hole. Michael Lundberg only turned 50 in mid-August, and he came out of the blocks quickly with this birdie at 1 and another at 3 to move to 5 under.
So a first Legends Tour victory in the sights of our leader, and the rookie starts the day with a cushion at the top, but in these conditions hardly a breath of wind for the first time this week. It's all set for someone to go low, perhaps from the chasing pack. It's all set for a thrilling finale.
Now Philip Archer in the final group, part of that chasing pack, as is my co-commentator Paul Eales.
Yeah, a little breeze switched around, downwind on the first. And he likes that one. He was watching it carefully going up the right-hand side. The fairway does tilt from right to left, but what a great start from Phil.
Yeah, quite an inviting opening tee shot here. Many nerves over this one, Paul?
Not for me, just delighted to be there on a Sunday afternoon, going out late. And as like you said, kid, it's a nice opening tee shot downwind. All week it had been right to left, which was awkward, but this was a nice one to get away. Nice full swing of the bat there.
Yeah, definite change in conditions. You can see that tee shot bounding away. The course had firmed up, the wind had dropped a bit.
Yeah, certainly now. Patrik, who didn't appear to be nervous when we were having the chat on the tee 10 minutes or so before we went out, but you know, it's his tournament to lose here. He's just got to avoid the left-hand side of it all possible. Oh, bit off the bottom of the club. But he's all right.
Well, look at that chase down there. So the two-time DP World Tour winner in his rookie season on the Legends Tour and looking for his first title. So we go ahead to Emanuele Canonica. Second shot into the par 5, 6th.
Yeah, downhill this one. Been downwind all week. A little bit into the breeze, but what a shot that is. The power of Manny is just unbelievable.
Yeah, one of the biggest hitters on the Legends Tour, the Italian, making the most of it there. So Sjöland first to play his second shot into the opening hole.
Yeah, he just caught the semi there. It looks like it's on the fairway, but it's not, so difficult to judge this one. Doesn't want to get a flyer. Oh, he's played for it. It's come down short in the trap.
Well, that went in pretty steep there as well. Hopefully hasn't plugged. Great look at the pin here, Paul.
Yeah, just 120 yards. I say a little bit downwind. It's a gap wedge for me. I can go full tilt at this one. Oh, that's not bad for an old fella.
That'll work 7 days of the week. So a chance for a few changes at the top here. Can Archer stick one in close as well?
Yeah, Phil almost hit that a little bit too close with these tee shot, and it's an awkward little three-quarter shot, and he just pulled that across to the left, so disappointed from there, but got a chance of a birdie.
Like Sjöland, Archer looking for a maiden Legends Tour win. Eagle putt for Canonica to move to 2 under par.
A little bit of grain on these greens, going down toward the Marminor. Oh, in it goes.
And with the wind dropping, there is a real chance for someone to rack up some birdies and eagles today and come flying through.
Unfortunately, Patrik had a nice lie in the bunker, but again, nerves here. It's a straightforward shot normally. Oh, he's played that well. Stunning. And that'll settle him down somewhat. Great shot, Patrik.
Yeah, a little bit of movement on that after the cup, though. There is going to be some left to right in the putt coming back. Archer.
Yeah, relatively slow putt as well here. Like you said, Kit, some movement from left to right. Can he get it to the hole? Didn't break as much as we thought.
Should just be a steady par for the Englishman to start. They're having another good season. 7th on the order of merit last year. We'll look to improve upon that.
Nice to see Gary Evans out playing this week, injury-free this week. He's had a really rotten run of shoulder, back, wrist injuries, but nice to see Gaz out there playing well and a good birdie.
Little fist pump as well.
It means a lot to these guys.
Well, was there much in this one, Paul?
There was, left to right. Sharon, my wife, caddy, told me where to go. I obeyed for a change. In it went.
You should always listen to your caddy and your wife, even when they're two different people. So when they're the same person, definitely the right thing to listen and the correct result. So a birdie at the opener and you move to 7 under par, which meant Sjöland had this for a par and to stay 2 shots ahead.
Just watch a little bit of movement in this one as well. These greens are tricky here at La Manga, and well negotiated par on the first for Patrik.
A good save for Sjöland, but Paul is now just 2 back after the opening birdie. Lundberg, Gonzalez, Golding and Archer in the group at 5 under. The Farmfoods European Senior Masters continues after this break. Welcome back to Legends Tour highlights from the fabulous La Manga club in southern Spain. Before the tournament began, we caught up with last year's runner-up Michael Lundberg and his good friend and tour rookie Patrik Sjöland.
Yeah, so Mike, here in La Manga, it's my first time here, but I think it's your second time.
I was very comfortable on the course last year. Had a great run, obviously. Went well for 53 holes, and I gave Paul a bit of a gift on the 18 and let him in the game again. How's this first year doing for you, being a rookie again?
Feels pretty good being a rookie again at 52 years old. No, it's been a lot more fun than I actually thought it would be. I was sitting at home and looking at an entry list for the tournament, and it's almost gave me a flashback of going to a tournament back in the mid-90s. It was all the same names and everything, so no, it's been really enjoyable and meeting old friends and familiar faces. Of course I was worried where I was going to be since I haven't played for like 7 years.
I don't know about you, but I mean, I feel slightly less kind of pressure on performing, I think, out here. I think I was more worried about my career in a way when I played on the main tour, that you had to keep the card every year. I like the aspect. You know, it's still very, very competitive and you want to win desperately. I don't feel the pressure that you have to prove yourself again.
I think we've proven ourselves to be pretty good golfers in the past, so...
For this year, good luck. Try to finish second after me.
We'll see about that, Mike.
Back to the final round action with Sjöland leading the way and hoping to go one better than his friend last year. Adilson de Silva is Baker's nearest challenger in the MCB road to Mauritius, and the Brazilian got back to level par for the day and 4 under for the tournament as this delicate shot set up a birdie at 6. Michael Lundberg picked up his 3rd red number of the day here at the 8th, and the 3-time DP World Tour winner made another one at 9 to turn in 4 under. Last year's Senior Italian Open winner Ricardo Gonzalez was surging up the leaderboard with 4 birdies in his first 7 holes. It was just a par after this approach at 8 to keep him at -9. The leader Patrik Sjöland notched birdies at 3 and 4 and continued to enjoy himself with this at the par 5 6th, yielding his 3rd red number in the first 6 holes. Sjöland's first bogey of the day at 7 dropped him to 11 under, and it's now the charging Gonzalez who is his main threat, just 2 shots behind. The Swede is heading to the 8th, and Rachel can tell us all about it.
8th hole, par 4, 392 yards, and boy is this tee shot demanding. Now the first bunker on the left hand side of the fairway is 250 yards to carry, the second one 280. The line for the guys this week is just the middle of those 2 bunkers. But the challenge does not stop there. The next shot is playing uphill around the 150 number with a spine running through the middle of the green. Now the players need to find the right side of that spine to guarantee a 2-putt. It's a challenging hole, especially with the conditions forecast for this week.
Well, fortunately, those conditions are a lot less windy today than the opening couple of rounds as Sjöland boards this tee.
Yeah, just aiming at the right-hand trap. 280 yards to get into it, slightly up the hill, and that is perfect from Patrik.
Recognise that yellow ball alongside him as well, Paul.
Yes, another good tee shot from me there.
This is Caceres. Gone up to 16 in the world rankings in his pomp.
Big swing left to right here. Go on. Oh! Thank you very much.
And rolling it back to those heady days as well. So a nice move from another of the Argentinians.
Yeah, 126 yards I had here. And playing up 4 yards, as Rachel said. Just a wedge for me. Pushed it a little bit. I got the number right this time, though.
You're being very kind to your wife and caddy.
Always. You can see the flies that had come out this week. We didn't see the flies around and about with the wind on the first 2 days, but they're a bit of a pest, really, as Patrik plays his approach shot in here. Again, just a wedge, and he again has judged it nicely.
No flies on the leader at this stage. Doing exactly what he needs to do, fairways and greens, and a decent look for another birdie there. What a season it's been for De Silva. 3 wins, second in the MCB Road to Mauritius.
He really does make these short game shots look so easy. No wonder he's scoring well, week in, week out, day in, day out.
Oh, fairway trap found for Philip Archer off the tee.
Yeah, certainly Phil hits it past Patrick and I. He reached the bunker that he was probably aiming left of. That's a nice shot. Nice contact, but he had a good lie in the trap, so not too difficult a shot for Phil.
Now Michael Lundberg teeing it up for just the 3rd time in the Legends Tour.
And this really is a tricky shot, a narrow sliver of a green, water on the right hand side, bunkers and a huge slope on the left. Wow, what a shot that is.
Playing a little bit ahead of the final group. He's got a chance to post a number.
Yeah, and he'll keep going as well. Now Pete, disappointing week for him being the host, but he had a lot of activities to do throughout the week, looking after guests and sponsors, and what a wonderful approach. That's been the level of his game all season.
Battle at the top of the rankings. Every shot absolutely vital. Adilson De Silva will be hoping to close the gap on Baker this week. Now the charging Gonzalez.
Yeah, it's almost not fair. The power of and the touch as well. He shouldn't have both. That's just not fair.
So he would tap that one in for birdie to take a step closer.
Some right to left in this one. Go on. Oh, short again. Never up, never in.
So Lundberg, 3 wins, as we mentioned, on the DP World Tour. Best finish, tied 22nd this season, but he has only teed it up twice. And that's an opportunity missed there.
That started outside the hole.
Baker for a closing birdie. Sadly not to be, but fond memories for him coming back here, and that masterclass with Sevi obviously did the trick, Paul.
Yes, and a lot of experience, Peter. And played a Ryder Cup with Sevi in the team as well.
So Michael Jonsen alongside him there. He finished up 1 under par for the week. Back to the final group, and Archer to move to 7 under.
Tricky this green as well, because it's high up and it's exposed and it's dried out with the wind over the first 2 days. And Phil's just raced that one by a little there.
Now Philip Golding. It's not been a great front 9. This could get him going though.
A huge right to left swing on this one for Phil. Go on, keep going. Oh my goodness me. What a great try.
Just been treading water a little bit on the front 9, but a positive step. He gets to 5 under par.
And Patrick's watched mine go from right to left and a little slower than we thought from this side of the green. Can he get it there? No, lack of pace as well. Nice par though.
Sjöland made another step forward at the very next hole, taking advantage of the par 5 9th. He found the putting surface in 2 with this fairway wood, and 2 putts from there for the birdie would see the leader out in 3 under par on the front 9. And he needed it to stay ahead of Gonzalez, who has also birdied the 10th for his 6th pickup of the day. Let's hear from Sjöland with James.
Patrick, that's a nice front 9. How are you feeling about things right now?
It feels all right. Nerves have settled down quite a bit. I was very nervous on the first few holes, and yeah, legs were shaky like gel. But it's better now.
Winds died down as predicted. Conditions, how are you fancying this back 9?
I wish it blew a little bit more. I felt more comfortable in the wind, but it's nice playing conditions now, and hopefully I can continue to put the ball in the fairway and hit some good shots into the greens.
Great stuff. I'll let you get back to it.
Thanks.
Sjöland's quest continues after the break.
Welcome back. We'll return to the action in just a moment. But first, Rachel's been catching up with Joachim Hegman to talk through his physical approach to reading a putt.
Well, it's something I've done all my life, probably when I was even, 7, 8, 9 years old. I sort of used to kneel down on the greens, and I got the view from there. And to be honest with you, I've been told to try, well, not told to, but I've tried to stop so many times. And now that I got to the age I am at, and not to talk about age, but now that I'm here on the senior tour, I said, well, I suppose I'll cut it down a little bit. I only lay down from one side. I used to lay down from both sides. So that's what I do, and from there I see the line.
It's a good workout.
Well, it's probably the only workout we do out here.
Obviously it's to help you see the line, but what can you help with the viewers at home for when they want to green read?
I think when you're in a place like down in Spain, I mean, here is something to consider. You find out where the high point of the green is and where the low point is, and obviously, the water of the green's a bit more than home, so we get grain here. So the grass sort of lay down the greens, which means downhill putts are a lot quicker than home, uphill putts are a lot faster than home. So look out for the colour of the grass, darkest into the grain, slow putts, shiny, quick putts downwind.
You might have the read, but you've got to have a pace. Quick tip for everyone for pace.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's something that you need to practice. I mean, you lay down balls at home at different distances. You just don't throw a whole bunch down in the same place and bang them. What you do is you vary your distance. You try to feel and understand why it's gone, where it's gone, and then you keep practicing, because the number one tip in golf on greens, speed. And number 2, speed. And number 3, speed. So speed is the most important thing on the putting.
Speed, lie down, boom, you're sorted.
Speed, lay down, boom, in, win.
This was one of 5 final round birdies from Joachim Hegman on the 8th, as he completed 3 solid rounds of 74, 71 and 73 to finish in a tie for 22nd. Patrik Sjöland started the back 9 with a string of 4 pars, including this cracking 2-putt on 11, and he moved to -13 with a birdie at the 14th. The Swede still has a slender advantage over Gonzalez, who bounced back from a bogey at 12 with birdies at 13 and 14. Phillips, Canonica and Caceres have finished at -5. And we can find Gonzalez in the fairway trap at 16.
Well out of position. Oh, he's hit the palm tree. There's water there. Oh, that's huge stroke of good luck there.
I'll go to Michael Lundberg at the final hole. Can he post 10 under?
Wow, what an aggressive shot. There's a super shot from Michael there in his rookie season.
And Sjöland on the 16th tee. Looks like a fairway wood.
Yeah, 3 wood. No need for a driver here. The water coming across, and he's hit that beautifully there down the middle of the fairway. Like he was saying, if he can hit fairways and good shots into the greens, the championship could be his.
Yeah, great to see him back playing after 7 years away from the game. It was Michael Johnson and family who persuaded him to get back out here.
That's a pretty good shot coming out of there. Gives himself a chance to salvage a par here on 16.
Yeah, he's won 4 times on the DP World Tour, Gonzalez, and knows how to get it done. Michael Lundberg.
Slow right to left up the slope, and oh, dead centre. What a great finish and a super round of golf from Michael.
10 under par, great 66 to finish. Been playing a lot on the Challenge Tour, even over the last couple of years, and he's carried that form to the Legends.
Now can this go in to save the par for Ricardo? I said a huge stroke of fortune, and wow, and that's what you need when you're at the top. You need the good luck, and he certainly had bunches there.
De Silva hoping to get closer to Baker at the top of the MCB road to Mauritius.
17 playing a long way, and that's a lovely shot from Adilson.
Over the water here for Sjöland, but shouldn't really be in his mind.
Now pin right at the back of the green here, so he can be quite aggressive with this. Doesn't want to pitch it too far past. You could see how firm the greens have become. Big bounce forward there from 121 metres.
More two-putt country than hoping for a birdie from here, Gonzalez.
Just going up the slope. Didn't quite get it there.
Archer to join Lundberg, who's already finished at 10 under par.
Yeah, left to right putt here as well. Not running as fast as it was hard and bouncy as we saw Patrik's approach shot bounce. Phil scratching the head there going, what has happened to that one?
Putter from just into a little bit of fluffy grass there, Paul.
Yeah, always a safer shot for me, but I've not judged that one well, have I? Oh dear, oh dear.
De Silva, this would be a big birdie at 17. Not too many of them on this hole.
No, it's a tough hole. Playing around about 190 yards. Three's always a good score on 17, but frustration for Adilson.
Sjöland to stretch his lead.
Okay, he knows it's quick down the slope, right to left in it. Has he judged it? Yes, he has. Wow, what a putt that is.
Huge for momentum, huge timing as well. So Patrik Sjöland takes one step closer to a Maiden Legends Tour victory. Probably only this man can stop him.
Yeah, par saving putt, well done.
And Gonzalez will have the power to have a go at 18 in 2 as well.
Now then, after that clumsy first one, straight back up the slope, dead straight.
Never in doubt.
Why didn't I do that earlier?
Great to see the fans out. Oh, there's a little bit more left in this for Archer than it initially looked.
Yeah, it was quick to pitch into but slow to putt up. And Patrik knows the situation here. The scoreboard's around, the leaderboards, and he was looking at them.
And it was a timely birdie for Sjöland, and he's 2 ahead with 2 to play. Gonzalez really needs at least a birdie on 18 to apply some pressure. Can Sjöland finish the job at La Manga? Welcome back to the conclusion of the Farmfoods European Senior Masters. And it's Legends Tour rookie Patrik Sjöland with a 2-shot lead from 4-time DP World Tour winner Ricardo Gonzalez. The leader is heading to the 17th tee. What's he faced with on the penultimate hole, Paul?
Well, it's playing 196 yards from the tee box to the hole today. The pin's cut back on the right hand side, so you've got to carry the bunker there. A little bit of breeze out of the right hand side, and Patrik working in meters, 170 odd meters to go. Now he's just got to make the carry over the trap. Oh, and he does. He's in a good shape.
After 7 years away from the game, these are the moments, those are the shots where you really find out if you've still got it, and it looks like he does.
Yeah, he certainly does. He was nice and calm. Ulrika, his wife and caddy, kept him calm through the week. Michael Long here.
Just slides by on the low side, but another good week for the New Zealander. Best finish on the Legends Tour of 3rd in the Irish Legends earlier this year, and he's going to add another high finish here in Spain.
Another good week for Ewan. A really, really solid player. Getting away from golf, got back to golf as an amateur and then turned 50. And already a winner out here on the Legends Tour.
So he's another to finish the week at 5 under. Ooh, tricky little stance.
Yeah, it was an awkward lie as well. Had to just pop it forward. I hope it's spin and release. Oh, he's played that nicely. Who is this fella?
I think he might have a future, this lad, Paul Eales. Don't know if you've heard of him.
There's a great future behind him.
Wow, Archer to get to 10 under. Maybe a sniff of a chance if this one drops.
A long range effort from Phil, not really at the races with his putter or his approach play, but he's hanging in there, and that's what good players do when they're not on top of the game.
Now the Brazilian De Silva having a shy at the 18th in 2, and he's not one of the longer hitters on tour. Deadly straight.
Oh, just carried the barranca there. Finishing the bunker. He'll be happy when he gets up and sees where that ball's finished.
Commentator's curse there. I'll take the blame for that one.
And Patrik on a similar line to Phil, and that's always good when you've seen your playing partner from a similar position. He's got to hit it hard enough. Has he done? Oh yes, he has. What a beautiful putt at this stage of the game.
Right in the jaws.
Just left of centre, down the hill. Be nice and firm with this, Paul. Don't dribble it. Oh, what was that?
So, unfortunately, Mr. Eales drops back to 6 under par with 1 hole left to go. But following up good form from the previous week as well.
Yes, it's, as I say, nice to be there. And it was a great 3-ball with Patrik and Phil.
So just an iron required for Gonzalez here. Doesn't like it though.
Oh, just tugged it left. But a good side to miss on there.
So an up and down from the bunker would get him within 1 of the leader, Sjöland.
And like I say, Phil just wasn't 100% happy with his ball striking and just couldn't get it close enough, but he's still there, isn't he? That's what good players do week in, week out. They make a score when their A game isn't there.
So simple tap-in for Patrik Sjöland, and right now it's a 2-shot lead as he strides towards the 18th. Gonzalez, of course, in the green side bunker at 18 for 2. And here he is, so an up and down for 13 under par.
Yeah, the bunker itself isn't a problem, it's the fact that he's got 30 yards or so to go. Big swing. Oh, he's played it well. What a super shot that is.
Great chance for a closing birdie for the Argentinian. Sjöland still has to negotiate this final par 5. A few options, and Rachel can tell us about them.
18th hole, par 5, 494 yards. Now I'm at the 275 driver mark and this is go time. But to get here, you would have had to have navigated water and also bunkering. Now if you find this point in the fairway, you can go at the green in 2. If you're a little bit left or right, you're going to be blocked out by these palm trees. If you lay up, the green has a very narrow entrance. It's a very demanding par 5 here to finish at La Manga South.
It looks like Sjöland opting for the conservative approach.
Yes, trouble all around on this final hole. Just a 5-wood, aiming at the bunker. Probably thinks he can't reach the bunker, which is 223. Oh, and it does.
Well, in some ways that might make things simpler. It takes the decision of whether or not to go for it in 2 away from him.
Correct, he's certainly not going for it in 2. A long-range bunker shot for Adilson here. Will his short game skills come out again? Unlucky he didn't get any spin there.
His 3 wins this year have come in tree-lined courses. Sjöland looking for his first. Needs to find the fairway here.
You've got to avoid the palm trees, which he's done. Only an 8-iron there. Coming up short of the barranca, he's played that beautifully.
Big putt for De Silva in terms of the points he takes home this week.
Oh, he doesn't miss many, does he?
Just unusual that it's not for the win.
Yeah, next week.
70, 72, 72 at the par 73 South Course has De Silva in at -5. Huge putt, Gonzalez to get to 13 under.
Just left of centre and firm. In it goes. What a great round.
A fantastic 65 from Ricardo Gonzalez. He came flying through the field. And now Sjöland knows he needs a par to win.
Up the hill into the breeze. 220 yards to go. Sit down. Oh, it's just not fair, this game, is it?
It's not released too far into the bunker either. I was going to say someone's had their Weetabix for breakfast. So Patrik Sjöland, par to win.
Yeah, he's just got to hit this nice and solidly left and short of the flag. That's where he'll be aiming. Absolutely spot on for him there. A little bit further away than he would have liked, but danger averted.
One hand on the trophy, perhaps, but it's three-puttable from there. I don't want to be a harbinger of doom. Wow, Philip Archer is very much in the barranca.
Yeah, he drove it into the water down the left, dropped for 2, 3 into there, and he's played an amazing shot out of there. He could have been in there all day long. He's happy to see that one on terra firma.
So third shot. Got to get this one up quickly.
Yeah, lots of loft needed. Not a difficult shot, really. Let it run down the green. Should have started it further left. Nicely played.
And now Archer from just off the green for his par, but after finding the water off the tee, a bogey, not a bad result if he can get it down in 2.
Yeah, great experience. Using the putter from there. A bad putt will always get you closer than a bad chip. Well done, Phil. And another good week on the Legends Tour. Great that we'd had the families out. Phil had Jack, his son, on the bag. Wife was watching, and also wife of Patrik Sjöland, Ulrika, caddying this week.
2 putts. All that is required. I think he's done just about enough that he can relax over that next one.
They can never be close enough, Kit, at this stage of the game. His heart will be pumping, no question about that. Here we go. Nice and firm, Paul. Don't dolly it. Oh dear, what was that? Anyway, good week. Delighted, and it was a great 3-ball to be a part of. Patrik and Phil, we had a good chat out there. I'm quite happy with that.
And your best 2 results of the season in back-to-back weeks, last week in Italy and this week in Spain. The uber consistent Philip Archer just to finish off his week with hopefully his last putt. It is so a disappointing closing bogey, but overall plenty of positives to take from the week for Archer. Now the stage is clear for this man.
Yeah, and he's played so well. Just the one bogey in the final round at the 7th where he had a bit of a wobble, but other than that it was almost picture perfect.
And it is Swede's success in the Spanish Sun as Patrik Sjöland wins his first Legends Tour title in the Farmfoods European Senior Masters at La Manga. It was an impressive front-running display as he shoots a final round of 68 to keep the lead all day long and hold off Ricardo Gonzalez. And what a story after 7 years away from the game. Confirmation of the Sjöland and Gonzalez 1-2. Michael Lundberg shooting 66 to finish 3rd in only his 3rd start on the Legends Tour, and a 4th top 5 of the year for Archer. Sjöland received the trophy from John Hayes, CEO of Champions PLC.
it means a lot, and it means that I'm obviously made the right decision to come back to the game of golf, and I've enjoyed every moment of being on tour this year, and this is just unbelievably good.
Sjöland is up to 12th on the MCB road to Mauritius. Adilson de Silva has slightly closed the gap to Peter Baker after they finished tied 6th and tied 16th respectively.
So that's it from us here at La Manga. Congratulations to Patrik Sjöland on claiming that first Legends Tour victory. Well done to him. Just 2 events left now in the season. Next stop, it is the Vinpearl DIC Legends Vietnam. We'll see you then. Bye.